So you know that moment when you probably realize it's time to take granddad's keys away?
He's frozen again. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. But that wasn't for him. So sorry about that. We are back. Um, just shit happens. That's all we can say. So we talked about
Make this shit up.
Maryland. I know. It's like I'm frazzled after that. Like my head
Oh man.
all over the place. Like
We are everywhere, bro. Like, come on.
like I was in a groove. It's like we're not on Facebook right now. I don't know what's going on there. Like
Man.
okay. So let's go back to what we were talking about. So we talked about never seeing a player before being red carded for fighting with his own team.
Right.
Yep, correct.
And I actually meant to look up and see if there's actually, I think this has happened before.
It has.
But I know the moment that I thought about was actually during a Dutch League Cup game. It was between Ajax and AZ Alkmaar.
Mhm.
And what happened with that was there was a fan that charged the Alkmaar goalie and was attacking him. And he's defending himself. And he basically punches the dude out. And the ref gives the player the red card and sends him off. And the result of that was actually the AZ Alkmaar manager saying, "We're not playing the game. We don't feel safe." So they all left. The game got abandoned. They got replayed in a closed environment.
Yeah.
Which was such a horrible move by the ref to give a red card to player, because you need to feel at least that the ref has your back.
Yeah, so that's the only time I could think of where a red card was given when it wasn't a team versus team issue.
Yeah.
But I know there's probably other cases if we really look into it, but I don't know exactly what those are. So going back to, I was going to talk about Bundesliga and talk about, he's not here because he's frozen and banned, but Donnie this morning, or this Saturday morning, was complaining about his Bayern Munich team against Freiburg because Freiburg had the audacity to score 2 goals against Bayern first. And, walls were closing in. Everything was kind of caving in. And then Bayern scored 6 goals.
It's soccer.
It's soccer. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Some of the other games from that, Augsburg beat Hamburg 1-0. Dortmund and Stuttgart were 3-3 draw.
Mhm.
And then Mönchengladbach beat Heidenheim. Man, that's a hard one to say sometimes. 3-0. Bayern
the conference league powerhouse Heidenheim.
That is true. Bayer Leverkusen with thanks to a goal from Malik Tillman, beat Wolfsburg 3-1, and then Frankfurt and Cologne had a really good game with Frankfurt winning 4-3.
Eintracht Frankfurt.
So, Donnie, we were talking about you doom texting in the morning on Saturday because Freiburg went up 2-0 against Bayern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was freaking out on that one because I was like, what in the hell is happening?
Can you imagine if he had to support literally any other Bundesliga team?
Yeah, it's like you're still new to German soccer because, like, when you were texting, I was like, you guys are fine. Nothing's going to happen.
It's going to be fine.
And the thing is, within minutes of him doing that, Lennart Carl pulled one back. And then from there, it's like, oh, that's right. Michael Olise plays football for you. Oh,
and then as they
Harry
said,
Kane plays football for you.
Then as they said, Harry Kane gets his customary goal. They kept using that customary goal word. It was funny.
How do you feel about the Chelsea loanee that you guys have that scored?
What was his name?
Nico Jackson.
Jackson, yeah.
Who basically took an Olise masterclass, and all he had to do was finish it.
As long as he scores for us, I'm good with that.
Man, that was a beautiful move by Olise, though.
For the other Bundesliga scores, Red Bull Leipzig beats Werder Bremen 2-0, and St. Pauli loses to Union Berlin 1-0. I think right now St. Pauli is in relegation with Mainz. I'm surprised Mainz is in there, and Heidenheim. So we'll see how it turns out for them on that. But guys, let's talk about Bundesliga 2 for a minute.
I'm out. I'm gonna sit this one out then.
Okay, that's fine. You do you. Well, I'm going to talk about one game because, just full disclosure, my Saturday was terrible.
Terrible.
Oklahoma State lost.
Yeah,
Go
but
Pokes.
Oklahoma State always loses.
If you
Go
saw the
Pokes.
game, you'd be upset by that one.
Bro,
Versus-
another interception.
Yeah, Horn.
Wait, was that Young that threw it, or was it Purdy that threw it?
Purdy,
That's a third one.
Oh my
third
god!
one. 3 turnovers and not even.
And
Yeah,
I'm
but we're
get-
not
I'm
doing
getting-
anything with
I've
them.
gotten 5 polos from Eric like in the last 2 minutes.
You have got to be kidding me.
You can't keep getting away with this, folks, and yet he still does. Had Mercer lose to Auburn terribly.
Oh.
Wasn't even. I was wanting to beat the spread. That didn't happen. But guys, Sunday rolls around, and FC Kaiserslautern, before I even have a chance to wake up, is already 3-1 up against Holstein Kiel, off a first half hat trick, and man, everything's roses that day.
Mm.
So they needed that
Man.
win badly after their performance against Hertha Berlin last week. So they are now sitting 6th on the table. So I just wanted to give those shout out to FC Kaiserslautern.
I mean, I have a question about their kits. Do they wear their crest? Is that like the patch on their kit?
Yes.
The FCK with the letter I on top?
That is a 1.
No, that's an I.
That is a 1.
That's an I.
That's
But
not,
but
Horn.
no, it's definitely the letter I. But I digress. My Bundesliga 2 team might be SPVGG Greuther Furt. That's a
Bless
great
you.
name. That's a great name.
okay, we're going to sell this right now.
What?
That is a 1.
That's an I.
That's
No,
not
it
an
is
I.
not. That's a 1.
That's
It's a
an I.
1. I know what you're doing.
I'm not doing anything.
Bro, this dude is like instigating like hardcore today.
You think if we
Well,
chose
This is
listen,
Monday. This
I
is Monday
innocently-
Patrick.
I innocently asked that the other day.
Innocently.
Yeah,
you think if we show this logo the prophet that he'd follow soccer?
100%. He would. That's what I said. Do you not think that this is going to be a team that Eric will support with that badge?
No.
I want
Eric
a shirt
hates.
with that on the front of it. That's all.
So do
know.
I. I mean,
You
I
what?
definitely want it because that's great. But
People
Eric
will be
hates
like, "What's that
soccer.
say?"
Oh, you can keep telling me it's the number 1. Okay. Well,
That's
Oh.
how many you have left to give.
Thank you,
you
so.
see a 1. Okay. So Young Kim, thank you for that.
I'll tell you what, Patrick. Here's what you do: take a picture of this, send it to Prophet, and see what he says.
Should I ask him if it's a number 1 or the letter I?
Well, no, they'll just make fun of you that you don't know how to read.
Well, he's going
That
to do that
too.
anyway. I'm going to send this to him.
All right, I'm going to close this now. All right. So yes, the greatest logo in all of Bundesliga 2 have won their game, so now they're now sitting 6th on the table. So promotion spot still has a chance. And trust me,
Congratulations to Kaiserslautern, though. By the way, that's a huge 3 points.
if they even make it to the promotional playoffs, I will never shut up about it.
You shouldn't.
Like ever.
By the way, how do I pronounce it? Is it Greuther Furt? Is that how you say it?
Greuther, yeah, it's not that's a
Greuther,
hard,
Greuther Furt or
yeah,
something
that's,
like that.
that's not an easy one to do.
Come on, guys. Score the damn touchdown.
I know.
Wait,
Make something out of this.
Oh, so I got a, I got an I don't know. I got a shrug from him. I'm gonna say great badge. No.
And we'll get that. So let's talk about La Liga. So for those who were not here last week, we spanned the Wheel of La Liga teams for
Jesus, mother of God. What are we doing?
Well, we're talking about La Liga is what we're doing.
Sorry, I apologize.
Man, I'm gonna need for you to calm down.
So we all spun a wheel for La Liga teams, and
We
Donnie
did.
down at the bottom has Atletico Madrid. Patrick has Real Betis.
Yep.
Ed has Villarreal. And I have the team that did not win this week in Sevilla.
Villarreal.
Villarreal.
Bless you. So I thought Sevilla was a pretty good pick. They tend to be perennial Europa League competitors.
Yeah.
Who's Sevilla?
I have to say Sevilla because not everyone knows what Virgil is.
Thank you. Okay.
Yes. So you got to remember, I gotta mess around.
Su Young Kim just had a good question for you. What match are you watching? Because earlier you said you watch Raw.
Well, right now it's JD Madonna against Rey Mysterio.
Oh, good matchup. JD Madonna is Ed was talking about him earlier today and said he is really underrated as a performer.
Dude's growing on me. Like he's gonna be.
I love JD.
He's such a good wrestler.
He is.
To go over,
Ed's a believer.
But Ed, congratulations on Villarreal beating Mallorca 2-1. Although Mallorca was your other team that could have been picked.
Mm-hmm.
I almost wanted to pick Mallorca.
Mallorca.
Donnie, congratulations on beating Getafe.
I'm still gonna follow Mallorca, just so you guys know.
Getafe.
Getafe.
Good job
good job on beating Getafe.
Can I tell you? Well, do you know why I know about Getafe so much? Or
Why?
what drew me to them? They used to be sponsored by Burger King.
Yes,
so
they
had Burger King kits.
Yes, they
Getafe?
did. Yeah, Getafe had Burger King kits.
Well, they got to have the jerseys their way. So, I mean, can you blame them? I mean,
that was actually kind of nice.
Okay, I'll give you that one. That one was good. See, that was a perfect placement of a dad joke. Okay, remember that. Perfect placement. Remember that.
You guys just hate.
No, you drop it in and then you let it sit. You don't
let it
back it up with
yeah.
more.
Yep. Ray 619.
You want to beat me because you want to beat me because you hate me.
So no, it's not about beating you because you ain't none of that bull. Okay, it's because you just got to learn how to place a dad joke and then just keep moving on. Okay.
I like how you guys say I need to control the show, and when I try to get my words, then you still just want to interrupt.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, you don't. You're not sorry. Don't lie.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, this is going to happen every week.
Patrick's team, Real Betis, beat Girona. Oh, sorry, Drew Girona. I'm sorry, 1-1. But of course, it's customary with all the other Patrick teams. They had to get a red card.
True story.
True story. It's Patrick's team.
But we can actually blame Manchester United for this, as we both know.
Get out of here.
No.
And why can I get away with blaming Manchester United for this? Who got the red card?
The red card was by Anthony.
And Virgil, which club employed Anthony before Real Betis got him permanently this past summer?
That was Manchester United.
Thank you. So it is Manchester United's fault. Thank you.
I hate.
And see, that's bulletproof logic. You can't beat.
Exactly.
I hate you all.
Well, if I was a Tottenham supporter, I would too. So
I hate you hardcore now. See, that just went full blown.
Yeah,
But I know what you all are thinking. Man, you guys picked some great La Liga teams. I can't believe all your teams won. Well, that's not true for somebody. Espanol.
Mine didn't either.
Yeah, but you got a draw out of it. You got a point.
Yeah.
I should have said your team's got points. My team did not get points.
And which team?
That is Sevilla.
Virgil. Okay, Virgil. Got it. Okay.
Losing to Espanol 2-1. We need to start making a little cheat sheet for the people about what Patrickisms are for all the things that he calls different teams.
Yeah.
Like the Florida Fighting Donnies?
which
Right.
translates to the Jacksonville Jaguars,
And let's see, the Carolina Courageous Donnies.
which translates to the Carolina Panthers.
Yep. Yeah. Even though that's his former team, I still allow him to.
49ers are winning 7-3, by the way. Young Ken.
Former? Look what I'm wearing. That's not former.
Well, that's
Well,
because they're
no.
playing Monday.
We
If they
all
were-
know that you switched teams, so you can't take it back now. Okay.
I mean, if they were playing on the same day as the Jaguars, you'd be wearing the Jaguars gear.
Yeah.
Nah.
We all know. We all saw you switch the hats last year.
Listen, my soccer team swept the weekend, so y'all can just shove it.
So Virgil, since when has it become a rule on this show that people with money can talk to people that don't?
You know,
Like, is this allowed all of a sudden?
for
Like all of
somebody,
a sudden, like, we're not your servants, Donnie. I know you have a lot of them, but we're not your servants. You can't talk to us like that.
so I'm just going to say this. Donnie, considering you prematurely ended the show, I would probably not be talking smack right now.
Yeah. And consider
True
considering
story,
you
Donnie.
signed it- Yeah.
That's fair.
Oh, you like the Broncos? Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna sit back.
So Sue Young, so Sue, we have a friend that sometimes appears on the show or comments on the show, and she is a big Broncos fan herself. So, you guys are doing really, really well so far. So join
She's
us
a
tomorrow night.
Broncos fan.
Yeah, join us tomorrow night when we talk about NFL. This show doesn't really go into that, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays we do talk about NFL.
She's a Broncos fan, but she's also a conspiracy theorist when
Mm.
it comes to NFL.
Those two things aren't mutually exclusive.
With this one, they are. So
So
There's
the
that.
last thing with soccer I want to talk about real quick, unless there's MLS playoff stuff, because I don't really follow that. Have you guys been following NCAA soccer recently?
No.
Mm.
I only
little bit.
watched Clemson the other night to see how they did, which they lost to Central Michigan.
typical
Um,
Clemson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our soccer team's not bad, but they're not
And
good.
it's
this year.
Dabo's fault.
He has nothing to do with that kind of football.
He takes all the money so that all the other programs can't have anything. So
So the reason why I want to talk about this real quick is because they have the 16 national seeds. In
Yep.
the second round alone, the top 3 seeds are already out of the tournament.
mhm,
Hofstra eliminated Vermont, who was last year's champion.
mhm.
UNC Greensboro beats Virginia.
UNC Greensboro is I actually know about them a little bit. They actually are pretty good when it comes to soccer.
Oh, I know
They-
they're definitely good, but I still would not have. I didn't think they were beat Virginia at Charlottesville good.
Yeah,
And
I'll
then
give you that.
Then Duke beats Princeton. So 2 Carolina teams. Moving on. Oh,
I
and
like
also, since we're going to transition to FCS now, Donnie and Ed, you passed the test. Because I was going to say, if you did not bring up Benedict beating Wingate, considering that Benedict is in your own backyard, Donnie, I was going to give you hell.
But what
I'm
did he say
actually-
though? What else did he say?
What?
What do you mean?
He brought up
He also
Newberry.
said
You got
That-
Newberry.
that he is going to be going to a playoff game because it is in his backyard.
Yeah, if Newberry and Benedict both win and they play in Newberry, absolutely. Well, actually, as long as Newberry wins, if they're playing at home, I would go. But I don't know if they'll be at home in the next round, depending on who wins.
Donnie, I had a friend that went to Newberry College.
Yeah, Newberry College is just about 45 minutes up the road
Yeah,
from me.
really.
And then as far as Benedict, I'm actually going to be across the street, half a block from their football stadium tomorrow morning on the job I've got to do.
That's pretty cool.
Uh,
Yeah.
All right. So
My friend used to work in Malden.
Young kid,
Okay.
that's a long list of us of our teams that we like.
So,
I don't think it's that long.
yeah, so Sue, I'm a Chelsea supporter.
We'll start with the EPL. Okay. I'm a Tottenham supporter.
Crystal Palace.
Okay.
I don't have an EPL team.
You need an EPL team, dude.
Yeah, and also
It's weird
Sue
that you
in-
don't.
Sue in the MLS, I'm an Atlanta United supporter.
MLS for
And
Donnie
I
and I.
Major
am
League Soccer.
Charlotte FC.
I
That's
don't
right.
follow MLS.
Jesus Christ.
He only follows FC Kaiserslautern.
Yep, Bundesliga too. That's my only ride or die team. FC Kaiserslautern.
Well, and Virgil, of course. So
Eh,
Which,
that's
by the way,
recent
that's-
bias.
also Sue, that's Sevilla. Just so I
for,
can.
for me, to be fair though, I follow the American players overseas wherever they're at. So that's
Yeah.
how I end up following teams.
Despite,
If I am going to pick a Premier League team, the team I really have watched the most would probably be Fulham.
Chelsea. Yeah, I know. I get
Yeah.
that.
I
You
did
know
not
what?
say Chelsea.
That's actually not a bad team to follow, technically,
No.
though.
Listen,
No, I
despite
follow
them-
Fulham probably the most out of everybody. In the Premier
despite
that's
them
your
being,
team. Okay,
despite
good.
them being
League.
10 minutes.
We'll call it there. We'll call it Fulham. My team.
Yeah, I said despite being like 10 minutes from Stamford Bridge where Chelsea plays, like I can't hate Fulham. Fulham's a great club and Craven Cottage is an unbelievable ground.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
I don't
zero
know.
hate there for me on Fulham.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I
Craven
cannot-
Cottage is just an unbelievable place to watch football. It's just it's intimate. Like it's an intimate way to watch football. It really is.
I need to get to England to go watch a soccer match.
There's
I
nothing like it,
need
man. There's nothing like it.
that, and then I need to make it to Spain. But that's on for my 45th. Or I already told you guys that's my 45th birthday for myself. If I can't do anything, it'll be go watch a La Liga. So, but it'll most likely because I want to go so bad to Spain. And so
What are the chances Mac Jones comes into this game?
Oh,
if he throws another, if he struggles, he might. You know what I'm saying?
I'm calling for the Mac attack, man.
No one's calling that. No one's calling that. No Arsenal. Sorry, cannot root for
Hey,
Arsenal.
Arsenal are a very good team this year, and they've probably been the most consistent. But no, I definitely am not a supporter of theirs.
No,
Until
good
they come
team.
up against Bayern this
Sue,
week.
who do you support?
Give us your list of soccer teams because we have a good list, and then we
Yeah.
also follow. Well, we used to now. I used to follow NC North Carolina FC here, but
Appreciate that, Owen. Thank you, man.
you know they're done for this year and next year actually because of they're going to go to the first league.
Virgil, do you mind if I bring up a soccer topic? Would that be
Oh.
okay? I don't know if you've heard, but Celtic is in line to name Wilfred Nassi as their new manager. He is the current manager at Columbus Crew.
Whoa!
So
okay. Hold on. I thought Celtic already had a new manager.
no, so Martin O'Neill was like an interim manager while they were looking. So he and Sean Maloney. Is it Sean Maloney? Did I get that right? It's Sean, not Sean Maloney. Either way, the two guys that kind of took over at Celtic were just in there on an interim basis. So they'll probably take the Europa League game coming up this week. But Wilfred Nancy, who started out as a manager, he was an assistant manager under Thierry Henry at Montreal when they were the Montreal Impact. And then when Thierry Henry got sacked or when he left,
Mhm.
Wilfred Nancy took over the Montreal job and he did an unbelievable job. And then he got the Columbus Crew job and won MLS Cup with them. Now he's in line to become Celtic's new manager.
Jesus, from Columbus Crew, which by the way, Columbus Crew, that's a
Crew's a great
solid
club.
club.
It is. And Wilfred Nancy deserves this opportunity. I hate to lose him from MLS, from Major League Soccer,
Yeah,
because I think he's the best coach in MLS at the moment. But he deserves this opportunity to go and manage
good for him.
a big club in Glasgow like Celtics. So I think he can do really well there. They need a new voice, especially after the whole Brendan Rodgers debacle. So if it goes through, if it's finalized, congratulations in advance to Wilfred Nassi. He's a good guy. He's a good tactician. He deserves this opportunity.
Phil, well, that's an interesting thought
Yeah.
that you had there. I thought we were done for the night. Yeah, blame the old guy. Press
Yeah.
some buttons.
Yeah, listen, just blame the Clemson guy. That should be easy after this weekend.
We give him a little bit of power.
I just thought I was.
and-
I thought I was exiting the studio, not ending the studio.
Oh, you exited the studio all right.
Listen, he dabbled
I
all
thought
over.
it was just me.
You
No, he
exit
dabbled-
everybody.
He dabbled all over that. So
Because you know it does say end stream, right? It does say end stream.
It doesn't say stream; it just says end. It was a red box, just like on my computer when I go to leave the studio. I just and again, as soon as I went to hit it, I thought, that might be the wrong one, but it was too late.
no,
Oh, I like
You literally did the "what does this button do" thing.
yeah. So
I know. Let's find out what this button does.
No, it wasn't that. It was just I saw the red, which is usually how I exit because I was going to go over to the computer because it was up on the computer finally, or at least I thought it was, until you guys told me that I was frozen. So
Just
apparently my computer was not streaming as well as I thought. So I went back to the phone.
just
I'm
confirm.
frozen, everybody's gone.
Just confirm. You didn't pay for a subscription to StreamYard, did you? Just so we're clear.
He's not going to answer that question. You know that.
He knows better.
If looks could kill, he said he about to whoop your ass.
Ooh,
Yeah, he
10%.
is.
10% quick. 10% quakes. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Youngkin. That's why the live ended is because he got a little trigger happy. He wanted to know what the buttons were all about.
I hit the wrong button. My bad.
Yeah.
We all learned a valuable lesson today.
I'll just say we need to stop giving him a hard time now. We've been laying it on pretty thick.
Oh, you have. I'm not done.
I'm done. I've said my piece. But yeah, Portland Timbers and then San Francisco. Sorry, San Jose. San Francisco. My gosh. I almost wanted to say earthquake like the wrestler Virgil. But anyways,
R.I.P. John Tenta.
I miss John Tenta.
Dun, dun,
But
dun.
San Jose Earthquakes, yeah. And your friend likes Liverpool. Interesting. Well, that's an interesting team right now, isn't it? Oh man.
By the
I
way,
really-
did
I
you
really
guys
am gonna
know,
lose now. Golly.
that I think the Youngstown Penguins are going to be bringing their big helmet,
They're gonna be bringing their what?
the
I'm
red
glad you
helmet.
talked about that because I was going to talk about FCS because the tournament bracket is out, and guys, I am pissed.
Cool. Please tell me because I know where you're going with this, and I want you to
I'm
say
gonna be
it.
quiet now.
Ooh, I
So-
cannot wait.
For all those who do not know the setup for the FCS playoffs, you have the top 8 seeds that get a bye. Then you have the top 16 seeds. You have the top 9 seeds after that. First night after that, they get the home game, and then the other ones play it there. So, guys, can someone explain to me, and I apologize for swearing, how the fucking cowards of UC Davis got the 8th national seed? Can someone explain that to me?
Dude, I saw that and I said,
Because that is
"Ooh, Georgia's gonna be
rewarding.
pissed."
That is rewarding cowardice. Like when I saw that, I audibly yelled, "What the fuck?"
I
I
can't
would.
believe you.
Pissed when I saw that because I was like, I thought they were going to be a seed, maybe a home game there, but a bye. I mean, we're talking about a bye over Rhode Island, okay, maybe an Abilene Christian, over Tennessee Tech, over 11-1 Tennessee Tech. You're giving UC Davis a freaking bye.
Imagine if they had actually played that game and the
And
result would have.
lost like they were going
Yeah.
to.
Tell us how
Right.
you really feel.
So no, I was not happy about that.
So
And you know what
you're
the second
definitely
was
going to be
like?
openly rooting against them the whole playoffs.
Oh, absolutely. See, and the sad thing was like, when we first started about them being the cowards, that was a bit that I went forward with. No, that legitimately made me angry.
No, I'm with you there. I don't think they deserve it.
No.
I completely agree that I don't think they deserve the 8th seed. I 100% agree with you.
Some of the other surprises to mention, man, I know with FCS, it's really hard to gauge conference strength sometimes.
Mhm.
But Tennessee Tech having to play North Dakota in their first game,
Well, not only that, they're hosting North Dakota.
I mean, they're going to be hosting, yeah, but
Well,
that's a tough one right there for them.
well, and especially with Tennessee Tech only losing one game, and that was to Kentucky, right?
Yes, but see, that's where we talk about conference strength because we know how strong the Missouri Valley is, but we can't make that case for the OVC.
Dude, I'm just so happy that South Dakota State made it, that North Dakota made it, that Youngstown State made it. We were talking about these were bubble teams.
Well, the funny thing about the South Dakota State North Dakota game that we were talking about, I was under the impression that was going to be a win and you're in. I thought the loser of that was going to be knocked out, and apparently that wasn't even the case.
Yeah, apparently not. I mean,
Uh,
South Dakota won, so by default they get to host a game, and North Dakota gets to travel. Which I mean, I'm fine with. I'm okay with that.
No,
But
no,
like,
and Phil right here. I mean, I'm not debating that one bit.
yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. I'm okay with that though. But at the same time, UC Davis, really?
But I will say there were definitely some surprises that made it in here. The biggest omission to me was Monmouth. I know
Yeah.
they lost their QB, and they also lost to I think Albany only had one win. That was a terrible loss for them. So that I kind of understand.
Yeah, but you
But
lost to Albany, which was not a good team.
no, so that one kind of really hurt that one. So let's go over some of the games because there's also
Bill
there's
makes
a
a good point.
yeah, that's something that I don't understand why ADs are a part of it.
Well, that's just
I
like the Division One selection committee is the same way. So
I would have like ADs of like, just put me on the committee. I can
Put
do
us
it.
in there. We'll take care of this. Man, you know how much
What
fun
if
I
they
would have
had-
with a selection committee? Oh my
What,
god.
what do you mean Youngstown State's number 5 nationally? How did that happen?
what if on the Division One committee it was all FCS administrators and ADs and vice versa?
Well,
I'm not mad at that at all.
No
That way they
FBS
don't
team.
have a rooting interest, but they know college football. Most of them.
I mean, sure, if you remember what Dan Lanning said about they don't play Chattanooga State's not even a team.
Right.
So like they're not going to know what an FCS team is. So let's go over some of these matchups real quick
That's
because
true.
there are some doozies here and some teams that there were some teams that I thought were going to be shoo-ins in the second round, and after I saw their matchup, I'm not sure anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that includes this very first one, Illinois State traveling to southeastern Louisiana.
Bro.
And by the way, we are picking all these games. Let's go ahead and say that these will be picked.
Okay.
Brother, you know who's gonna be pissed off, right?
You can die mad.
I'm okay with this.
It's only 8 games.
I mean, really, it is. It's just adding 2 more. I could be a dick and do Division 2, but I'm not going to do that.
You could be a dick and put Tuskegee and Alabama State.
Well, timeout. That game's important.
Oh, I know it is.
I mean, that's a historic game for me. So
What's with the hate on Tuskegee?
Yeah, what the hell, Ed?
I'm not. What in the? Are you high?
I'm a little offended.
Why are you so loud all of a sudden?
Because he's offended. He has
Jesus.
to scream. Monday Patrick has to scream.
And he leaned into that microphone, so he was
he
right
did.
on it.
Man, what are you talking about?
Jesus, mother of God, that thing was like super loud.
Sorry, I'll be like Bob Ross. That was a happy accident. Now I'd like to get a little phthalo blue, and let's make that
Moving on. Anyways, okay, let's go ahead and talk about these games.
So
Upcoming games.
speaking of Phthalo Blue, our next game will be Central Connecticut State going to Rhode Island at 10-2. Now, Rhode Island is a very, very, I would say, a kind of a soft 10-2. They really were not played. They really dodged. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my normal voice. They dodged Monmouth. They did not play Villanova. They really dodged all the big ones in their conference. So I'm not really sold on Rhode Island. But if they win there, If they beat Central Connecticut State, which they most likely will because they're in the NEC, not really a strong one, I will put my whole house on the line, the house that I do own technically, against them to beat UC Davis.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves here, okay?
I'm
Let's just
already-
not get.
Maybe Donnie will let you bet one of his houses.
We'll talk about that. Another intriguing matchup: Harvard, who lost to Yale in the de facto Ivy League championship game, goes to Villanova. That's
going to be an interesting game.
That would be too. So this is going to be interesting, really in general for the Ivy League because this is Ivy League's first year in the playoffs.
Good for them to put not only one but two teams.
Two teams in there. Two. Yeah. Tell your friends about 2-bit Ivy League. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad was on a flight with my dad was up near Yale this past weekend, and he didn't realize that game was going on, so he was on a flight back with a lot of very angry Harvard Crimson fans. It was like my dad said, I was wondering what was going on, and when I told him about the game, and he said, I was wondering why I had so many Harvard students on my Harvard fans on my flight.
Now you know.
Yep, I told him. I said, well, with our break-even sports talk show, I definitely knew that game was this weekend, and I said I definitely was paying more attention to it.
Yeah, I got to admit, I underestimated Yale. I was dead wrong on that pick.
No, so was I.
So was I. I mean, I finished last in picks, so I know I was wrong.
No,
Donnie just picked Yale because he went on a whim on that one. So I don't want to hear it, Donnie.
Yeah,
I like Yale better than Harvard.
Well, I was gonna say, were you taking in the headwinds for the flight that my dad was on to get Harvard fans to Yale, or what was?
So I want to go ahead and pull back the curtain on picks real quick to go ahead and kill this. I finished last, badly.
No,
I'm serious, badly. It's all done. It's.
By the way, he said he finished last week too, and he somehow amazingly finished in first.
No. I finished 6 games back of everybody. I'm not even joking.
Yikes!
Yeah, I had a bad showing.
Who? Can you at least give
Ed.
us who won the
Congratulations,
FCS
Ed.
picks?
Oh, you want to know who won the If I tell you who won the FCS picks, it gives away who wins.
Shut up!
Yes, it does.
Congratulations, Ed.
I think that I think Virgil was tanking. He was tanking for Tua.
Well, I'm tanking for draft picks now. What are we doing here?
No.
Well, you've been getting so much flack from Eric about the picking the games that you're going to win. I think you just threw in this one. It was a throwaway week.
Yeah,
You're sounding like Prophet saying stuff like that.
yeah. Big
Yeah,
congrats.
you're deep into conspiracy theories now. That's just
Really? Now, unless
I know Virgil wouldn't do that. He wouldn't succumb to Eric's level. So
no.
But I am tanking to be higher on the DHC fantasy draft next year. So that was my plan.
Yeah, it is just good luck, Sue. It is.
Okay, so going on with our other games, Harvard, Villanova. That's what I'm looking forward to. North Dakota at Tennessee Tech.
That's a good game.
So Missouri Valley got 6 teams in, which was 3 more than everybody else. Within the next highest, which was Big Sky.
Well,
this is going to be kind of the level of how deep is Missouri Valley really? Because this is I can't think of the last time. I'm about to say I don't think the last time Cookeville hosted a playoff game, but I could be wrong on that. But Tennessee Tech did struggle with UT Martin earlier. That we'll go over the games after we go over this, but if we go over that game, that one was pretty close. They did not lead until the last kick.
So we do talk hockey, not as often as FCS football and soccer, but we do talk about it.
Hockey will most likely ramp up when FCS is done.
Correct.
Go
Ducks. Go Ducks.
I don't want to say go Preds because man, it's already depressing for this year.
It's rough. It's rough out here.
It is rough.
Hurricanes,
rough.
baby. Hurricanes. Let's go.
Oh, who's
Virgil really loves those Predators though, especially the ones in the vans.
Mm-mm.
So back to what I was saying. New
I was talking
Hampshire.
about the shoes.
Shut
Go
up.
ahead.
New Hampshire. See, now you got me saying hamsters. New Hampshire, another surprise team that got it is playing at South Dakota State, which a nationally ranked team, a nationally seed. I don't know. I wasn't sure expecting going into this if they were going to be a nationally ranked seed or not, especially with the way they showed. But yeah, that was kind of a nice little showing for them to beat out North Dakota. So they are in as the 14th seed. Honestly, if they get healthy again and get their quarterback back, that Montana game, if South Dakota State does win,
Hmm.
I feel like Montana is like, man, why are we playing them this early?
Just guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, West Georgia should have been in this tournament anyway. But
No, they should not have.
No, they weren't even won the first four out.
such obvious disrespect. It was.
You know, where's a team that we really didn't talk about much at all, really, to be honest with you, was Drake.
Well, see, Pioneer League teams are hard to talk
Which
about.
song?
No, I'm with you, but I mean, we didn't talk about them at all. And look at them now. I mean, they're going to South Dakota, playing the Coyotes. You know what I mean? So it's going to be, woof.
That's going to be a tough one.
Drake's
But-
a good team.
But
And
also,
they've already lost to them once this year.
yeah. So this is a rematch.
Aren't Drake the Bulldogs like
Yes.
everybody else? Okay.
Yeah.
But also, I gotta give props to Presbyterian. Although they did not make it, they were one of the first four out,
Mm-hmm.
along with Austin P, Southern Utah, and Monmouth.
Yeah, man, I'm a little disappointed about Austin P.
They gave a great show. I thought they were going to be Tarleton for a minute. I thought they had Tarleton, and that was just kind of a. But you can definitely tell. That's what I hated about watching Austin P this year. The quality was there.
They were just too inconsistent.
They were so inconsistent. They were losing games they should not have been losing.
Yeah.
Like I said, they played Georgia tough,
Yeah,
and like that just couldn't
couldn't keep up.
So we talked about Drake against South Dakota. Then we got Lamar against Abilene Christian, a battle of the two Texans teams. Abilene Christian's a team I think can probably make some noise in this tournament or in this playoff.
I agree.
Yeah.
So is there any way that Drake can play Lamar?
No, I've already made that joke last week.
We've already been on over that one.
I mean, there'd be
Nope,
good beef.
nope.
There'd be
We've
good
already
beef in
done the
that.
joke and can't
No,
be-
there'd be good beef in that. I mean, there really would be.
no,
So.
no, again, can't use that joke anymore. The joke has been used. Cannot.
And then the last of the first rounds,
Ed's being a bully.
Yale at Youngstown.
Ooh, baby, that's right.
Well-deserved 15 seed from Youngstown.
Hey, listen. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Penguins.
So I'm going to be honest with you. If Youngstown makes it out of this and plays Montana State, I'm going to say watch out Montana State.
I'm not disagreeing with you there. I'm just happy that they're there and they're going to make some. But I'll say this. Let's say Youngstown State does make it out of there. Okay.
Thank you, Sue.
Youngstown State is going to make it very difficult for Montana State. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I think they have the team to make that a lot.
And so, yeah.
But then after that, they'll play either Stephen F. Austin, Abilene Christian, or Lamar. That could be interesting. And then you're gonna have to run the Mercer in the semifinals, and that's where all the good stories end.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm good with
What
that.
happened to Mercer last weekend, Virgil?
I don't know, man. Like the first half, I was thinking, okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this. They're going to keep within the spread, and then
They did not.
I think what happened is that Auburn switched teams with Presbyterian because Presbyterian has beaten Mercer already, and that's what happened. So that's hashtag not my Auburn.
Yeah.
Mm.
I blame DJ Durkin.
There is actually a movement right now about keeping DJ Durkin, and I'm like, if I'm a fan base, if I'm an Auburn fan, I want to kick those fans out of that
If I-
program. You do
Listen,
not want DJ Durkin as
listen,
a head
How about
coach.
Florida State?
listen. What about John? If John Summerall doesn't get that job, I will be absolutely floored.
Well, I'm kind of waiting to see what happens at Kentucky with Stoops, because Summerall's actually played at Kentucky, so he has more history with Kentucky than he does with Alabama.
But was he a Kentucky grad?
I think he was. Let me see. I think he was at Kentucky.
Because he's basically been auditioning for D1, for other jobs for like the last 5 weeks.
Yeah, he was a player at Kentucky.
Okay. Yeah, no DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So-
that's kind of where we're at with that. But
So Sue, are you an Auburn fan?
see, the only reason why I knew about Summerall is because remember we went to the same high school.
Did you really?
Yep, he was a senior when I was a freshman.
Man, you're turning into Donnie. You just know guys.
That's like my one claim to fame right now, if even that.
Like every time I turn around, Donnie knows somebody, and it's like, yeah, Sue. That's one thing you'll have to learn about this show. Mr. Mayor, also known as Donnie, he knows everybody, and he has connections like no one's business. And Virgil like makes all the ladies swoon. So just so you're aware. I'm just kind of here. They let me tag along. So oh okay. Oh, okay. Your pa is, so I support them. Fair enough. Fair enough. I have family that went to Auburn, so I've got a soft spot for Auburn for that reason. But yeah, so just a little bit about the people on here. And then the other guy, he may show up, he may not, he selects when he appears. No, I'm kidding. That's Ed, aka the dad hat. So, and then they let me show up every week. So, they just put up with me.
Well, I guess while we're going through, while I'm pulling up the FCS results from last week, I guess we could just talk about who our college teams are. So, he knows.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, Patrick, I'll let you go first.
So Sue, my actual team that I root for is LSU, who have not had a great season, as you probably know. But I also root for Georgia State, who's even worse, because I went to Georgia State. So those are my two teams really in college football.
Is Donnie frozen again?
You've got to be kidding.
You're muted.
You're
Ed.
on mute. You're on mute, Ed.
He is.
He is. Dang, I thought the phone had been working. We're talking about who our college teams are.
Kent State.
Oh, the Golden Flashes.
Kent State, baby.
And for me, I was not born here, but I was raised in Alabama for 38 plus years. So naturally, my team was Oklahoma State.
Go Pokes.
Alabama, right? Crimson Tide.
Yes, and Sue, you'll hear me just if there's any kind of reference to Oklahoma State at all, I will always say "Go Pokes."
His phone died. He just texted that his phone died.
You can't make
This is
this
why
stuff,
you always
this stuff up.
you can't.
Hold on
this
a
is
second.
why-
You don't plug it in? What happened? We
See,
just
look at this. My phone is plugged in for this.
Ah, the Cougars.
Washington State, nice.
Yeah, I like that. I actually have a Washington State hat, believe it or not, Sue. So I actually have a Washington State hat.
You have a lot of hats, bro.
I do. I don't have as many as I used to, but I still have a lot of hats.
So, guys, let's go over FCS scores from last week because, as always, with the last week of FCS, it's always the you always have the good rivalry games, or the SEC comes knocking, and they want.
By the way, shout out to Ed. By the way, winning picks this week. That's awesome.
Ed did not win picks this week.
He did.
It
It was you, wasn't it? You did it worst to first within the last 2 hours, didn't you?
I will tell you after the show who won
Okay.
picks this week.
Okay,
All right.
it's Donnie.
So on Thursday we had two Southland games with Stephen F. Austin.
Phil's so scholarly.
Stephen F. Austin and Southeast Louisiana winning pretty handily, especially Stephen F. Austin with their
Dude.
drubbing of. And once again, I hate to see purple on purple crime against Northwestern State.
Yeah, that was bad, bro.
Ooh.
Oh, look who has decided to give us an update with the
He's
problem.
pitiful tonight. I need to help him with technology.
Oh man.
Are you sure you're okay now?
My phone just died. I didn't have it plugged in.
I was just gonna say, why don't you have it plugged in, dude?
I wasn't even thinking about that.
Obviously.
I'm gonna try the computer and see if I don't get
Listen.
too messed up here.
Hey, that the Bronco lady? No. Sue,
No.
that's not the Bronco lady.
Not the Bronco lady.
That's the Mr. Mayor's
That's
lovely
Mr.
wife.
Mayor.
That's Mr. Mayor's lovely wife.
I'm gonna start calling Val the Bronco lady.
You're the wrong wise on the show.
No, and of course, on Saturday morning, of course, we had
Rhonda, you were always welcome on the show.
This is all my internet provider's fault, by the way, because if they wouldn't have messed up my internet up, it'd have been smooth
You need a
sailing all night long.
backup internet. Phil,
Oh, that's great. That's
Phil,
great.
you're getting a star for that one.
That's funny.
Uh,
Let's move on
try
to
this
the
again.
next scores.
Sue is saying hi to Mrs. Mayor.
All right, going over Saturday scores. Of course, we have some FCS FBS matchups. Sanford and Eastern Illinois travels to SEC schools. Did not go
I hate
well.
when they do this so late in the season.
We don't need to talk about these.
No,
So-
I'm just putting it all together. It's like it's really annoying at the fact that like you have these teams late in the season playing against FCS teams. It's annoying. ACC does it, and the SEC, ACC, and SEC, and it's annoying as all hell. That you should not be allowed to play these teams this late into the season because all this doing is helping your chances to move up into playoff contention, and that's annoying.
Not LSU.
Well, not Clemson either this year.
LSU deserved to lose this past weekend. Full stop. We'll get into that tomorrow night, but they deserve to lose.
Do you think they had the wrong directional Kentucky? Like
Hmm?
do you think they meant to schedule Eastern Kentucky and then like the Western one? So it's like, crap, that's not the right one.
Yeah, they wanted the ones on the
One.
bottom of they wanted the ones on the bottom of the hill, not the hilltoppers.
Right.
So,
Dude, that
Well,
was-
it's one thing to schedule a smaller school, but there's a certain level of too small, to be honest with you. I don't think Furman's that small, but I get what you're saying. But I'm just saying Furman normally is a much more competitive school, although I do prefer them to be at the beginning of the season as well and get them out of the way.
Listen, Furman, any FCS team that you want to play at the end of the year, you should not be allowed. You should play a Division I school. You should not be playing.
I agree with that.
FCS late in the season.
Yeah, like why can't like Coastal Carolina get a payout? Why FIU, FAU,
App State.
Georgia State.
Oklahoma State. These teams
Oh.
need payouts.
Oklahoma State needs it.
Listen, Georgia State's right there in lockstep with Oklahoma State.
I don't know. It's just annoying.
Are we
as
both
hell.
1-9? Are we both 1-9?
Yes, we were both 1-9.
Sorry,
Listen.
it's just frustrating as all hell.
I swear there's favoritism.
I said Albany beats Monmouth, which we already talked about, which is a huge upset in the
So are you
CAA.
talking? Are you talking about major conferences versus lesser like less revered conferences? I don't want to say lesser conferences, less revered conferences by the masses. I'm curious what you mean by favoritism in that respect.
Probably that the SEC can get away with it, but nobody else can.
Oh, them and ACC. Yeah.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lehigh versus Lafayette. Lehigh wins 42-32. Another close game. Lehigh really had to fight for that one. And then Ed, we have to pour one out for Campbell again, losing to Towson 35-31.
Ooh.
Well, we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most surprising games this week. Tennessee Tech against UT Martin. Tennessee Tech wins 20-17. Only takes the lead at the very end with the field goal to win the game.
And Virgil, isn't it more impressive that it was one player going against Tennessee Tech and they almost won? T. Martin.
It's UT Martin, University of Tennessee
sorry.
Martin, not the player
Sorry,
T
I
Martin.
thought you said T. Martin. I'm sorry. Okay. My bad.
Just want to strangle you through this. I mean, no. Just whew.
Don't worry, so does Ed, and so does
Yeah.
Donnie.
Less
They've
is
been-
more.
But guys, we need to talk about the game.
Let's
One
more.
of
I'm
the-
proud of that one. At least I got a Rolodex of players. I'm using it.
We need to talk about a game that, the head should have told me to go the other way, but the heart didn't. South Carolina State goes into Dover and beats Delaware State.
I blame Ed for me making the pick that I did.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
Why is it Ed's fault?
Yeah, why is it my fault?
Yeah, well, it usually is anyway, but it's you started talking about the romance of Deshaun Jackson and Delaware State and all these other things, and I allowed myself to get swayed, so it's your fault.
Ed, I like how you get blamed for things that I clearly did.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that was not me.
That was 100% me.
Dang it,
But thank you
Virgil.
for taking that bullet. Thank you for taking that bullet for me, Ed. So yeah, South Carolina State goes in and beats Delaware State. But I mean, we have to give props for Delaware State having a great year. 8-4, 4-1 in the MAC.
What? Yeah, dude, a
For
great year
for their
a good
first year. Yeah. But no, South Carolina State was clearly the better team, and I should have gone with that. Illinois State loses to Southern Illinois 37-7. I don't know what to make of that one.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Well,
That's kind of if you want to have good
Well-
playoff placement.
were Illinois State playing backups? No disrespect to Southern Illinois, but
Well, no, because they weren't even in the like I said, they weren't in for a seed.
Yeah.
Like they
I've
were
got
they
love
were
for this-
undefeated.
yeah, I've got love for the Salukis, but you're right. That's probably to me the best example of this final week of FCS about how crazy it can get. That might
Because I
be the
feel like
best.
if they-
example for me.
I feel like if Illinois State wins that game, they're hosting.
yeah,
easily.
100%.
Easily.
Instead of
especially with
traveling.
some of the wins, especially with some of the wins they have on their resume.
Yeah.
Like
But
they've beaten a couple of the teams that are that made the playoff, right? That made the bracket.
I'm sure if I go back and look, they did. I know they played North Dakota pretty close.
Yeah,
North Dakota State
yeah.
pretty close. But the biggest one that I actually followed and watched a lot of this game to see if they were going to pull it off in the end. Murray State is no longer winless. They go into Terre Haute and beat Indiana State.
The fighting Larry Birds.
Game
Oh,
that
there we
I
go.
was the game
You
that
beat me
I
to
was
it.
so unsure that it was
You beat
not
me
going
to
to
it.
happen. I thought because I think we talked about last week. I did not think they were going to go in there
No, yeah.
and beat Indiana State. And the
Listen.
Indiana State fans have to be sycamore to their stomach.
Oh. I like
Well,
the play.
Patrick was the one.
See,
Patrick was the one
see-
last week that jumped on. You think they're going to beat the fighting Larry Birds? Yep.
Yeah, well, see, you guys always hate on me about the dad jokes, but then you all jump on the train.
No. We're not hating on you on the dad jokes.
Oh, yes, you are. Don't you even
no
start.
one's hating
Don't
on the
you
dad
even
jokes.
start.
We're hating
I
on
don't
the
know.
fact
I don't
that
want to hear it.
you
I don't wanna hear it.
overuse
No.
it.
I don't want to
You-
hear it.
You overuse it.
No, we're not going to hear it.
You overuse it, and you
No,
don't
uh-uh.
know when to stop with the dad
No.
joke.
No, we're
Yes,
not
you
going to go
do.
with that. We're
Yeah,
not going with that. Nope.
I'm sorry that you're wrong. I'm
No,
sorry,
no,
but
no, we're not going with that. No,
yeah, we
Nope.
are.
no,
Sorry,
no,
sorry.
nope. See, Sue gets it. Support the dad jokes.
No one is saying don't support the dad jokes. We all know that
Yes,
you
you
do
are.
dad jokes.
You are.
Less is more.
Oh, Donnie, you ended the
Pick
show.
your
I don't want to hear
spots.
from
He
you.
won't be
You
saying that
ended the
after
show. I don't want to hear from you.
he won't be saying that after he hears you on Tuesday. Then he'll probably once he hears the Browns quarterback jokes for like the 20th time, he'll probably change his mind. Ed, you can come back up now.
You just got to get 2 or 3 premium ones and just pop them in there at the right spot and move on.
Like, do you know how long I've been sitting on Sycamore with it in their stomach?
Right there. Right there.
You got to find the time, man. You can't brute force jokes in.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
All right,
Not
so
taking it. Not taking it.
I love Monday, Patrick. He's so fiery.
Not taking it.
East Tennessee State beats the Citadel 28-26. Butler beats Valparaiso 27-20. Dayton, who I think had a shot. No, they didn't have a shot. They were 5-3 in the Pioneer. 42-14 against Davidson. Drake beats Morehead State 17-10, had to score 2 touchdowns in the fourth to come back in that game. So Drake kind of had some struggles too. It makes me
Yeah.
wonder if Drake lost to Presbyterian was going to sneak right in there, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
and the thing, Presbyterian, again, we talked about this before, them losing to Davidson by 1 point a few weeks ago, and then again, they barely beat Marist, who has a losing record. So
Yeah,
neither of those two helped their cause to get over the bubble.
I was a little surprised by that Marist. Well, yeah, I think the Davidson loss killed them. Honestly,
That really stumbled them.
That was the
big
one
time.
that was the nail in the coffin right there for them.
Yeah, because if they're a one-loss team, with that one loss being Dayton,
Then you can
Just-
see it.
it's a different story. Now, who else would be out though? You think who would they have displaced? Probably.
probably New Hampshire.
Yeah, I agree.
New Hampshire's strength of schedule wasn't as good.
Yeah, New Hampshire was one of those teams where I saw like my eyebrows kind of went.
And
like,
New
oh.
Hampshire had already lost to 2 of the teams that are in the playoff now before
Right.
as well. So yeah, I see that.
So I would see them being the team that have been left out.
I'm
Let's
with
see. St. Francis is 0-11 for the season. They could not beat Stonehill. That was 20-10.
Man, I thought that was the chance they were going to get one.
Well,
Their chances was like a couple of weeks ago. That
Well,
was
it was, but Stonehill still only was 3-8 at the time. I think they're 4-8 now.
yeah, they were 3-8 at the time.
Yeah. So I mean, they only had 3 wins. I thought maybe they'll squeak one out here at the end. And Stonehill
That must
hadn't really
be-
beat anybody. The ones they did win.
But that must be like so like deflating as a football club that you couldn't even win a single game all season.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it
do you
depends on-
fire the head coach at that point, or you're just like, all right, dude, we got to pick it up next year?
I think it depends on context. I don't know. I as you guys can imagine, I do not know about the history of the St. Francis head coach in football. So
I'm surprised.
you see, you said that about the MEAC tiebreaker rules. Like I have a bet on my nightstand with that, or my book on my nightstand with that.
Mhm.
Of course, Auburn beats Mercer 62-17. Very disappointing. I really believed in the first quarter when it was tied 14-all, but nope. Auburn had to do Auburn stuff. Montana State beats Montana at Missoula 31-28. Really good back and forth game on that one. Portland State has tarmacked their coach.
Did they?
Yes, Portland
Wow.
State tarmacked their coach, so they will be looking for a new coach this year. Yes, I will be applying for that job.
Huh.
Riveting game in the OVC. Charleston Southern beat Tennessee State 7-6. Southern Utah. So Southern Utah apparently was on the outside looking in on the bubble, which I was not aware of, because I thought Austin Peay had a better chance than Southern Utah. Apparently they did, but Southern Utah goes into Florence, Alabama, and beats UNA 36-34 in double overtime. And that was at the last game at Brawley Stadium, because they are UNA is opening a brand new football stadium, I believe, next year. Which will also remind me, they have a new ballpark open this year too. So I need to make a stop there when college baseball starts.
By the way, I know that I'm sorry, but this is offline. Speaking about new ballparks, the Morrisville Spinners,
Mhm.
they are getting a new little ballpark, and I drove by it this week. They're working on it as we speak. They're building
wow.
a brand new little ballpark for Morrisville. So
Oh, did you see the Martha Vineyard Sharks? They're trying to crowdfund to help renovate some of their park.
no,
Yeah, I think I saw it on Instagram. So something to Donnie, if you want to solely fund that for them, that'd be nice.
that'd be so nice of you.
Let's see. We got another game that kind of surprised me. South Dakota State beats North Dakota in overtime 34-31.
Hey, I picked that one.
You did. They really needed that game. Let's be honest.
Well, that's what we were just talking about, right? Like, if they didn't win that game, I think that would have been one of the first teams out.
I would like, I don't know, with the way that the seating was and who got in, I'm starting to think, oh, they parted with their coach because they were 1-11 in the season. Portland State was. With the way that the MVC and how strong the Missouri Valley was, the fact that North Dakota got in and lost, I think South Dakota State was safe. I think the only difference that would have made is that North Dakota would have been a seed instead of South Dakota. They would have been hosting. That could have been the only difference.
Would have flip flopped between the two of them.
But if they lost, that would have been five. I mean, they lost 4 in a row till that. They would have been 5. They would have finished the season with 5 straight losses.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I see. I'm torn on saying that, but like I said, I think because I was expecting the loser of that game not to make the playoffs.
So was I.
So that's why the fact that they both got in tells me it probably would not have really made a big difference on that one. But like I said, I could be wrong. Youngstown State goes into a place that they historically usually struggles in at Northern Iowa and escaped with the win 35-32.
And Northern Iowa is one of those teams that actually have a dome, which is pretty cool. So it was, it was definitely loud, and they don't do well in domes. So good for Youngstown State to pull that one off.
A very big letdown here for Northern Iowa, so I'll be kind of curious if they bounce back. Duquesne beats Robert Morris 2017. Weber State beats Northern Arizona. Northern Arizona was a team I was expecting a lot more in, and they just did not pull through 48-28. For your SWAC update, Texas Southern beats Alabama A&M 24-7. It's hard. It's hard being an A&M fan sometimes.
I wouldn't know.
Thanks for joining us, Sue Young.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Good night, buddy.
Let's see. Jackson State beats Alcorn State 27-21. Why I mentioned that game is because Jackson State, I believe, has overtaken Alabama State for their spot in the Celebration Bowl. So it will be, or not the Celebration Bowl, for the SWAC Championship. So it should be Prairie View A&M against Jackson State.
Ooh.
And I'm going to need to verify that to make sure that's true, because if it's not, then I'm just going to look like a fraud. North Dakota State runs over St. Thomas 62-7. Wasn't even close.
That was just going to say, was it even worth watching?
Idaho State wins the battle against Idaho 37-16. A little surprised by that one. UC Davis, the Cowards, escape in cowardly fashion to beat Sacramento State. I thought Sacramento State had their number. I had a big post ready for that. I was going to be happy, and then nope. They scored 2 touchdowns, and not only
did they get that win, they got themselves a nice little cushy bye week.
Why would you do this, Ed? Why would you do that? I was in a good mood, man.
Dang! You not only stick it in, you twist it.
I did. That sounded bad.
That sounded real bad.
That sounded real bad. It's the knife.
The knife.
Yeah, the knife. Okay, I just want to make sure. That's it for the Panthers tonight. Yeah, I know they just scored I wonder who scored that touchdown for 49ers. I'm looking at some of these Division II colleges. Their games coming out, but not bad. Johns Hopkins.
Don't worry, Patrick. It was a McCaffrey run, so you're still good.
I mean, the Panthers had 3 takeaways and didn't do shit with it in the first half. That's pathetic.
It was like the Rams Seahawks game a few weeks ago where they have 4 interceptions and then nothing came from it. Abilene Christian beat Central Arkansas 49-28. Tarleton State to Austin Peay. Oh my gosh. If you had a chance to watch this game, go back, or have not watched this, go back and watch this.
Good.
Games like this is why I love FCS. Tarleton State won 45-44 in overtime.
Oof.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think Austin Peay elected to go for 2 at the end.
Yikes.
Yeah. Austin Peay went for 2 instead of tying it, going to second overtime. So they were trying to end the game there, and they couldn't do it.
Do you think that cost them?
Yeah, I think it did. Because if they beat Tarleton State,
they're in.
Yeah, they're in because Tarleton State's not going to fall out of the national seeding. Like they're still going to be a bye seed for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I think Austin P wins that. They're in. So that I think they went all out for that, and I hate seeing that.
You lose, and then you really lose.
But I think they went into that game knowing they were wanted. They had to win.
I mean,
at least, at the very least, tie it, and then give yourself another chance.
right. So the overtime, they had 2 plays. Tarleton had 2 plays for a touchdown in overtime and kicked the extra point. And then Austin P, 1 play, 25 yards, touchdown. Let's go for 2. Like, come on. Like, go ahead, just tie it up and see if you can hold them one more time.
Well, see, I think the problem is I don't think they could.
Well, maybe so.
At some point, you kind of have to realize the limitations of your team.
Yeah.
And Charleston's a very physical team to play against. So, I mean, like, you've got players worn out. You scored on the first play. You had the momentum. I think it was the right call to go for 2 for them. It just did not work.
They shot their shot.
They shot their shot, and it failed. But the game that everyone's buzzing about, Clemson could not cover the spread against Furman.
Fire Dabo. Fire him.
45-10. Donnie was a bully to Phil, sending the band over to Phil to mess with him with his major influence. Why would you do that, man?
Hey, we were trying. We were scoring up to the last few seconds, trying to get that that spread. Excuse me, that spread. So
it's unreal.
We tried.
Again, Nick, congratulations. They're officially bowl eligible. I hope they don't get a bowl.
You don't get bowl eligible and not get one. There's so many bowls.
So I'm gonna throw this question at you guys real quick. Let me pull up the bracket. Let me pull up the playoff brackets again.
I like where this is going.
So I'm going to list the 8 national seeds real quick. So we have North Dakota State at 1, Montana State at 2, Montana at 3, Tarleton State at 4, Lehigh at 5, Mercer at 6, Stephen F. Austin at 7, and UC Davis at 8. Out of those 8 seeds, which one does not make it to the 3rd round? And what I mean by that is basically which one of these 8 seeds are going to lose their first game they play. Whoa, Phil! Their field goal kicker and their punter. Man, that is what is Clemson doing, man? You have to use your punter against an FCS team.
This is interesting. I'm looking at 2 teams. I'm looking at Mercer.
Hurtful, but I understand.
I'm sorry, because if let's say that South Dakota makes it through, that's a tough one.
That will be a tough one.
Yeah, either of those, Drake or South Dakota, could be a tough matchup for them.
See,
I mean, Mercer's already lost to one Pioneer team.
Yeah.
So,
UC Davis got lucky.
Maybe Stephen F. Austin.
See,
They would have to play Lamar or Abilene Christian.
Stephen F. Austin was one of mine. My second one is actually Lehigh.
Yeah, I can see that. Harvard or Villanova. Yeah.
I'm kind of mad at UC Davis getting a nice little round.
Yeah,
I'm still not sold that they're going to beat Rhode Island if they play them. As much as
Rhode Island could win. Rhode Island could definitely win that game.
As much as I've been talking about Rhode Island kind of being like a glass cannon in a way because they've had a weak schedule, I can see them beating a UC Davis.
Well, that's you, Patrick. Yeah, you've been quiet.
Tarleton State, North Dakota.
Ooh, you think Tarleton would beat North? That's interesting. I'm not against it. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I mean, we've been
Putting
high
it
on
out
North
there.
Dakota. We've been high on North Dakota.
We really have. So I mean, I can see that happening. So I'm just saying, just putting it out there.
Patrick, how about you?
I'm studying the bracket. Stephen F. Austin stands out. I think Abilene Christian or Lamar could go in and beat Stephen F. Austin. Am I wrong in saying that Abilene and Stephen F. Austin already played this season?
I don't think they have.
I don't know who I'm thinking of, but I'm thinking of another team like that.
Yes, they have.
I thought they had.
Have
Yeah,
they? No.
Yeah, second game of the season.
That's what I thought.
They beat Stephen F. Austin 28-20.
Yeah.
Oh, so I was wrong. I apologize.
Yeah. I could easily see either North Dakota or Tennessee Tech giving Tarleton State a game, because Tarleton, while they've been really good, have I think either of those teams on their day can beat Tarleton State.
Yeah.
UC Davis to me is not an 8, and I'm not saying that because of Virgil's position on them, but to me they're not an 8. I think Rhode Island could beat them. And an 8-9 seed, you just never know what's going to happen. Yeah, those are kind of the ones that stand out to me.
Realistically, I can see Abilene Christian probably making a deeper run, even possibly giving Montana State a game.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that would be a good one.
Because Abilene Christian, I mean, think about, you just mentioned Stephen F. Austin. They beat Tarleton.
Well, the same could be said for Drake and South Dakota if they were to beat Mercer and probably get most
Yeah.
likely Montana.
See, I don't know about that. I don't feel like Drake against Montana. I think that would just be ugly. No offense to
Well,
Drake.
true. That could be. Drake
And
would
so-
probably be the least of those three.
Yeah, Tech against Montana would be a lot more interesting. I think it goes back to Tech being in the Ohio Valley Conference. We don't know exactly how good of a conference that really is.
True.
So there's a lot of interesting choices on that. But like I said, we will be picking all 8 of these games,
I'm excited.
For
I
sure.
am excited.
and we'll see how many of you guys buck the trend and do not pick the seeded team.
I can tell you right now, I'm gonna pick a couple of them that are not seated.
There's probably 4 or 5. I'm not gonna say 4 or 5. There's probably at least half I know for sure that I'll probably pick not the seeded team.
Eric is gonna lose his mind.
He'll get over it.
No, I know that. I'm just saying he is gonna lose his mind. I'm okay with that too.
So other FCS games to mention this week, even though Ed hates this one, Tuskegee does play Alabama.
I didn't say I hated it.
I have it on record. Like everyone said that he hated Tuskegee, right?
Well, yeah, Patrick called me out right away.
Yeah, so Tuskegee plays Alabama State, but also another game that I thought about picking it until I saw one of the team's records. Grambling at Southern.
No.
Or not Grambling at Southern. Grambling and Southern at the Bayou Classic. One of the I usually like watching that one because it's always on NBC. They always show the bands. So we're not going to pick that one, but give it a watch if you like some good HBCU bands. Let's see. Division 2, Division 3. Do we have anything that we want to talk about on that? What's up? Donnie already talked about Benedict and Newgate, and that was really Wingate. That was one of the big things I had. Everything else, not really any big upsets that I saw.
Oh,
Benedict College going against Albany State, though. That's going to be kind of a fun one. What's up? Oh, something happened in the game?
so yeah, 49ers got called for a penalty on the extra point, so it moved the ball down to the goal line, and Panthers were going for 2, but Young just totally overthrew the receiver. That was a bad throw.
Who was he overthrowing? Was it Ted?
No, it was damn, who is that? Number 18. Damn, I don't even know who that is off the top of my head. Hang on a second. Oh, Coker.
Oh, okay.
Coker.
So the saying is like, isn't Tech kind of tall? He's like, he can't really overthrow
He
him.
is. I think 49ers, I think maybe doubled him out on the side there because they probably assumed that's who he was going to go to. It's again one of these things the coaches always outthink themselves.
Right.
Just go to the guy that's the tallest guy, and
Well,
the
that is
ball was
it.
tipped a little bit too by the
That is-
defensive guy.
That is it for FCS talk. And I said, looking forward to doing playoffs. Looking forward to picking these games, to see how they go. Hopefully, we'll have some upsets. Hopefully, I was looking for good games. That's all. I
Yeah.
want.
I'm with
Yeah.
you.
So, Ed, you mentioned there was some controversy in F1 you want to talk about.
Listen.
Oh,
So
jeez.
it was bad. So obviously, first of all, Verstappen won the race, and that's fine. I'm not a fan of Verstappen. I think he's a cheater, whatever. But you know, my brother-in-law tried to tell me that he's just an aggressive driver, and I said that he's an aggressively cheating. So there's that. But
Did you stay up and watch the race? By the way,
no, I didn't.
yeah, I didn't either. I was like, that's too late on a start.
It was 11 o'clock on Eastern time. That's when it
Even on
started.
Saturday, it was too late.
Well, it was Sunday on the US side, on the UK and all that, so that's why they did it that way.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And so that's why it was that late. But ended up being that at the end of the race, both McLaren teams got disqualified from the race altogether, and therefore giving Verstappen a huge advantage in moving into tie for second place with Piastri. So the reason why they got disqualified was because, and get this, okay, the skid plate, all right, was off by 0.0001. That much, it was off by that much, and therefore both teams got disqualified. And so that right there cost them really big points for both drivers. And the one that really suffered the most is Piastri, because Piastri is really in the bubble. He was ahead in the early on, and now he's not. He is, technically he's still second because he has more wins over Verstappen. But it's about to get interesting in the next couple of weeks with the next couple of races that are left over. McLaren needs to be clean and win the sprint races and the regular Grand Prix races.
The thing about that is, I mean, I get it. One, what was causing the cars to bounce enough that the skid plate wore more than the others? But at the same time, the fact that it was worn more is not an advantage. It's a disadvantage because the car was bouncing all over the damn place, which is why it was skid off more. So it's almost like you're getting penalized for something that didn't meet the rules, which ended up being a disadvantage in the end to begin with.
But it didn't happen that way. And so listen, it was wild. I get it. I'm with you 110%. I don't think it should have happened, but they've already set a precedent before early in the season, and so they had to disqualify. But they just didn't have a choice. It was just they had to do it.
Did you see that the stuff going around the last couple of days about the people being able to watch the race through the DOT cameras that are online for free?
Was hilarious.
That was so freaking funny.
Serious?
Why? Yeah, they were watching it because
you can go to the Las Vegas DOT online apparently and click on any camera and see that camera angle live at any time. So there are people that are just clicking around watching the race for free on their computers.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, so it's definitely interesting. It's about to get real interesting coming up for Formula One. I think. Listen, I want to dip my toes here in a little bit on the conspiracy. They kind of went, Red Bulls because they needed a story to really boost up the races, and this is perfect. It just landed on their laps right there, and They're like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and start doing this one. We're going to go with this one. Let's go ahead and do it. And so I feel bad. I feel bad for them, but it is what it is. I mean, the rules are rules, whether we like it or not. And, Formula One has to at least, they got to abide by it, and you got to give it to them. They did it.
So what is I don't know off the top of my head, but you might know, what's the point differential now between
25 points.
25 points? And you get how many for a win? Or
Depends on the race.
because I guess there's 2 races left, right?
Yeah.
Qatar, is it Qatar and Dubai or not?
And Dubai's the last one.
Yeah. So
It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be definitely be watching those last two races because man, it's gonna be wild to see those two. And then we're going into the off season right now. Then you're gonna have Cadillac coming in. This was Aston Martin's also, being sold. Kick is out officially, right? So they're about to have a new team name and all that. So there's going to be a lot of changes coming up in the off season for Formula One. So it's certainly about to get real interesting real quick. And not only that, but you got IndyCar, Formula E. It's also coming. I'm a little mad at McLaren that they disbanded their Formula E team, so they're not going to be putting a team together for Formula E this year. So that's a little sad to see. Formula E, it's an all electric league, and let me tell you, it is wild to see those.
that sounds fantastic in a way.
It is. It really is a lot of fun. Like you should hear them. Like you should go on YouTube and just put Formula E, and just gotta hear them as they go. Like it's crazy.
What do you hear? Just the
No, you
road
hear
noise?
them. You
Okay.
hear them. They're not the loud ones. Obviously, you hear like it's like it's a different sound, so you got to hear it.
Okay. I'll have to check that out. That sounds weird.
Yeah, it's very weird, but very cool at the same time. So there you go, and that's my Formula One.
So you remember back in the day, they used to have the IROC series for NASCAR?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be funny if they did a Tesla series or something like that? It was all electric, kind of like NASCAR, had this track with all these Teslas out there with a different badging on them and stuff, just to do an electric oval race.
Pretty much that's what Formula E is. It's like
Right.
everything. It's the same chassis, same everything.
It'd be interesting to see them just on an oval all going around and see as much as
if you can get them to stop exploding. Yeah, sure.
They don't explode in Formula E.
No, I meant the Teslas.
Oh, the Teslas.
Oh yeah, they can. Yeah,
and then you could have the Tesla truck series. I mean, come on.
Let's not do that. I no one wants to see a Tesla Cybertruck race ever. That's just gross.
I want to see a demolition derby with them.
I was getting ready to say a Tesla truck derby would be a thing now.
Now that I'll sign up for.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
So it's interesting. The IMSA races, those are fun. VAR up here, Virginia. Those races are a lot of fun. Definitely got to catch those because man, there's different classifications, right? You got the LMPs, LMP2s. You also have the Mazda Miatas classification. Those are cool to see. So there's different ones. So you got the Mustangs. So yeah, Porsche series. Those are fun for sure. So it's a lot more races coming up during the summer. So we'll definitely be talking about more of that now that but we still got a couple of weeks left of FCS. I mean, we still got Division II and Division and FCS playoffs. So we still got a couple of weeks with that. Then we got the bowl games to finish. So we still got plenty of football to talk about.
Oh yeah.
And then once that's over with, we'll probably switch over to hockey on this show.
Yep.
Hockey will be.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Not me though, because my team's already out. So.
Well, they'll be past the first third of the season after we get into the first of the year. It'll be just coming up on the midpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's
right.
it for me.
Any other things to talk about? Anybody have any other topics?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Well, in that case, we will call it a night. So stay tuned for a jam-packed tomorrow, where not only we're going to be talking about what happened last week, we're going to be going over picks.
That's
Because
gonna be
appar- because apparently these guys are doing something for Thanksgiving. I'm not. I'm just going to do my own picks on Thursday. I'll do a one-man show. We'll make it work. We'll do it live.
I'll be here with you. I'll be here with you. I can
No,
do
you
it.
may turn off the show during that. We can't have that. So
I promise I'm not going to turn off the show again. I'm not going to make that mistake.
I don't know.
apologize. Tonight was just not my night. Everybody has an off night.
That's true. Thank you all
We
for
all
joining.
do indeed.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. We will see you tomorrow.
See you guys.